Hi, and welcome. John Morris Show on a Friday. Glad you're with us from the TFNB studios, historic Elm Avenue in Waco. Pleased you're with us on a Friday. Brandon and Garrett behind the scenes, and glad to have you with us wherever you're tuned in. We are live in the 9 a.m. hour Central Time on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, archived there also. If there's a better time of the day you want to take part in our little hour. But glad you're with us, whatever time of day it might be. Be fun. Coming up later in the hour, Russ Bookbinder will join us. Those of you who've been around Baylor for a long time know Russ's name. Not a Baylor guy per se, but maybe an adopted Baylor guy. He is Coach Taft's son-in-law, married to Tammy Bookbinder. Russ had a great career with the San Antonio Spurs and then with the San Antonio sports organization down there. Ours here in Waco is wacosports.com. Down there, it was called... looking for the name of it. I don't find it. San Antonio Sports is what it was called. So he was head of that for 10 years and now runs the Grant Taft Foundation. But I thought with the Spurs in the finals, it'd be fun to have Russ with us and kind of tell some of his history with the Spurs and that franchise and talk about what we've mentioned several times, just how the Spurs own that city. I mean, completely own that city. There is Spurs talk on every corner and signage and every business. Really cool the way San Antonio supports the San Antonio Spurs. So when Russ was with the Spurs, the title was Spurs Sports and Entertainment. So that included the Spurs. It included the Silver Stars, the WNBA team, the NBA Development League's Austin Toros, and the American Hockey League's Rampage. So he was really over four different franchises, if you will, all related to Spurs sports and entertainment. So great background there with Russ, and we'll visit with him coming up in just a few minutes. Look forward to that. Game 2 of the NBA Finals is tonight. It is in San Antonio again. Spurs looking to even the series after their 105-95 loss to the Knicks in Game 1 a couple of nights ago. Spurs really... boy, they really need to win this one tonight. You'd hate to move the series to New York down 0-2. So Garrett, not a must win, until you get to a deciding game. There's really not a must win, but it's a big one for the Spurs tonight.
Yeah, this is one that you cannot let slip away. Yeah. You were close. You really controlled that game until the fourth quarter, and things got away from you. But there was talk about the exhaustion after they won that one series and how they celebrated. Did they get a little bit over their skis? Yeah. I heard Brian Windhorst talking about Wemby didn't look like he was in the best shape. I think the Spurs get this win tonight. But I've said this. I feel like the Knicks are just a team of destiny.
Do you really? Wow.
Okay. They're special. It's almost just like a carbon copy of watching that Villanova national championship team, that they've been able to do. But it just feels like this is the Knicks season. And honestly, I've never seen it. I would love to see the Knicks win a championship and watch what New York looks like.
Oh, can you imagine how wild that would be? It is so wild, even with them just in the championship finals. I heard this morning tickets. So the series moves to New York for games 3 and 4 next week. Tickets for game 3, nosebleed section, $7,600.
I really don't know how people do it. I have no idea. It's like and like we were talking, what was it $10 to get in for the watch party? That's what I would be doing.
That would be the way to go. Take it. Yeah, give me a $10 ticket. Exactly. I'm in Madison Square Garden. I'm good. I'm not looking at these other tickets.
No, I'll get a hot dog. I'm good, man.
So game 2 tonight is in San Antonio, and then the series shifts to New York for the next 2 games after this weekend, after this game tonight. Women's College World Series comes to an end. Texas back-to-back national championships. Man, were they impressive. A 4-1 win over Texas Tech. Really outstanding pitching by the Longhorns again. I mean, they've got a great hitting lineup, but to hold Texas Tech to 1 run and get the win and the series sweep, really impressive by Texas, wasn't it?
No, it was. I flipped over It's going to sound real fun. As soon as I flipped over, the first play I saw was the errant throw.
Oh,
and then Texas takes the lead.
Yeah.
And the wheels fell off after that point. And once the 6th inning ended, you could see Coach Glasgow go over and like he knew it was over. He was just on the wall like this.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so I was watching Wake Up Barstool this morning. They had Joey McGuire on there, and he was talking about everything that went back to the touchdown club and everything runs through Lubbock comment. Did you see on social media what Texas did after they won?
No, I can only imagine.
They put this graphic up of Teak and Caven looking up like this. It says everything runs through Austin.
Oh my God. So
like,
of course.
Right, that's perfect. Man.
Oh, of course. Yeah, there's some barbs going back and forth between those two. But great season by Texas Tech. They finished 61-10 was their record. How about that? 61-10. And but they finished runners up to Texas for the 2nd consecutive year.
There was another thing, and I don't think this would ever happen, but we see sports starting to venture out into other, like, okay, you'll play a football game inside of the racing red track or whatever, right?
Right.
And then you're going to have the Duke and Michigan playing in the Miami Marlins, right, on basketball. What if I saw where it was like this picture on Reddit of a baseball field set up inside of the Cotton Bowl. And it was like Oklahoma, like we're Red River.
Yeah,
It had the baseball field. It was like, well, you won 6 straight national championship games. Put this out here and let us see it.
Oh, softball.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. How about that? That's a great
That is a great idea.
What a matchup that would be, Texas and Oklahoma in softball.
I mean, like you saw the numbers with the Nebraska doing it with volleyball. Yeah. I think you could fill it or come close. I don't think you fill it, but you come pretty close to having a great crowd.
That's a great thought.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. That would be something that would be huge. I mean, the two programs, that have really, I guess, dominated softball. There have been some other really good teams, but Oklahoma dominated for a while. Now Texas won back-to-back national championships. Ooh, that'd be fun to see.
Yeah, well,
that's a good thought. And in Dallas, with the
they need it now. Dallas needs it. Dallas needs some sports.
That's right. Everybody's moving out, aren't they? So, congratulations to the Texas Longhorns softball team. You can light the tower orange. They are national champions for the 2nd consecutive year. 61-10, unbelievable record there for Texas Tech. Reminds me of the one year Oklahoma won a national championship a few years ago. And I think their final record was it 64-1?
Yes.
I know the one was right. The one. Yeah. And the one was a loss to Baylor in Waco in a non-conference game. Oklahoma was here for one of the early season tournaments and Baylor beat them 4-3. And then Oklahoma goes on and doesn't lose again the rest of the year, wins the national championship. And it was like that was the gift that kept on giving to Baylor because, people would, you would say Oklahoma's record 30-1. Only lost to Baylor in Waco. There's 50-1, only lost to Baylor. And Baylor got all these mentions because, and deservedly so, they were the only team that beat Oklahoma that season.
It's like the Giants when they ruined the Patriots' perfect season. You just throw it out there, just the one game, the one.
That's right. So pretty good memory there. And that wraps up the softball season. Baseball super regionals swing into high gear today. There's 4 supers starting today. 4 more starting tomorrow, and some really great matchups. I mean, this is so fun when you get to this point in the season with college baseball. West Virginia is still alive. They are hosting a super regional in Morgantown. They're hosting Cal Poly. When we were questioning this yesterday, Cal Poly came out of the UCLA regional, didn't they?
Yes, I believe, because they upset. Was it St. Mary? Yeah, because they beat St. Mary's, didn't they?
St. Mary. No, St. Mary's. You're right. Yeah, St. Mary's.
I think St. Mary's came out of the UCLA break.
Okay. So where did Cal Poly come from? I can't remember.
I cannot remember, honestly.
All right, we'll look during a break. We'll figure that out. But Cal Poly did win the regional in an upset in advance, and that means West Virginia gets to host 2nd straight weekend. Man, they had such an atmosphere there in Morgantown all last weekend, hosting that regional. And, a couple of big comeback wins, ninth inning wins over Kentucky to win the regional. And now here West Virginia gets to set it up and do it again, hosting a super regional.
Did you see what they're going to do to accommodate it's sold out. So it is completely sold out.
Right.
And they have this hill that you can watch.
Yeah.
And Ren Baker, the AD, everybody should know Ren. It's he's told them that we apologize that you can't, not everybody can get in here.
Yeah.
But go to the hill. We're going to set up porta potties. We're going to bring you pepperoni rolls.
Oh,
they're going to do it big. So make sure that everybody in Morgantown has an opportunity to watch that game. So that's pretty awesome.
And the hill, if I remember, I haven't been to the baseball stadium per se, but the hill's like beyond the outfield wall.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I drove by it last year. There's like a Walmart over here, and then there's like this big, it's this big hill, I think, back behind the Walmart.
Gotcha. All right, very cool. So trying to get as many Mountaineer fans as they can there. That's great. Those games begin this morning. It's the first game today, 11 a.m. Central Time. It's on ESPN2, West Virginia and Cal Poly. Then they'll play at 11 a.m. tomorrow, game 2, also on ESPN2. The third game, TBA, if there is a third and deciding game, would come up on Sunday. The other regionals, Little Rock at Troy. How about that? They start at 4 p.m. today. It's on ESPNU. Southern Cal plays at North Carolina. They start at 2 p.m. this afternoon on ESPN2, so that game will follow the Cal Poly West Virginia game. How about USC winning the A&M regional, moving on to a super regional, and the team across town, UCLA, is sitting at home. How about that?
That is fascinating.
Yeah, the number 1 overall seed, UCLA, got beat on their home field in their regional, and they're sitting at home. And here's USC onto a super.
And this is like I believe it's the first time in 21 years that USC has made it to a super, and it's fascinating to think. I didn't realize, like, I knew they were good, but I think I missed their window, like their real power window when I was growing up. But they are a really good program.
Yeah, Rod Dado was the coach. Is that right?
I believe so.
At USC, the legendary coach there. And here they are. They are headed to Chapel Hill to play North Carolina. The other one that starts today, an all-SEC matchup, Ole Miss and Auburn, playing in Auburn, Alabama, 7 o'clock first pitch tonight on ESPN2. Then 4 o'clock tomorrow on ESPN. So those are the 4 super regional series that begin today. Tomorrow, Kansas swings into action tomorrow. Jayhawks having it is already the best season in Kansas baseball history, and they're looking to continue that. They get Oklahoma in Lawrence to play there. Oklahoma advanced with a regional win in Atlanta over Georgia Tech, the number 2 overall national seed. So OU, Kansas, that one begins on Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Time on ESPN2. And then so they would play Saturday, Sunday, and then if necessary on Monday. But that'll be fun to watch, Oklahoma and Kansas. Dan Fitzgerald's the head coach at Kansas, having a terrific year. I was a little unclear, a little foggy on his background, so I looked it up yesterday. He spent 9 years as an assistant coach at Dallas Baptist. So he was there with Dan Hefner at Dallas Baptist. And, you know, DBU, great program, year in and year out. And then Fitzgerald left. He was 1 year an assistant at LSU, Garrett, last year, just that 1 year. And then he got the Kansas job. It wasn't last year. I'm sorry. This is his 4th year at Kansas. So 1 year at LSU, then the Kansas job, and he's in his 4th year there. But pretty even 4 years, pretty quick turnaround for Dan Fitzgerald and the Kansas Jayhawk baseball program. So that'll be fun to watch. They open on Saturday, Super Regional against Oklahoma in Lawrence. St. John's plays at Alabama. That one begins on Saturday evening, 8 p.m. first pitch, 8 o'clock. So ESPN's stacking all these games. This one will have an 8 o'clock start time. That's 9 p.m. in the Eastern time zone, which I think Tuscaloosa is in the Eastern time zone. So how about that? 9 p.m. first pitch on Saturday night.
I mean, I guess if we want to do that, I will not be staying up to watch that. I'm telling you that right now.
I'll get that score on Sunday morning for sure. But St. John's at Alabama. Oregon plays at Texas. That'll be a fun series. They start 7 o'clock on Saturday on ESPN. The other one, another all-SEC matchup, Mississippi State at Georgia. They will play first at 10 a.m. our time in Atlanta, 11 a.m. Eastern time, first pitch on Saturday morning. 10 a.m. our time for the first game of that Super Regional, 11 a.m. Sunday for Game 2, Mississippi State at Georgia. So that is NCAA Baseball Super Regionals. A ton of games coming up over the weekend. Fun to watch, fun to see. 8 Super Regionals around the country, 16 teams still alive, 8 Super Regionals. Those 8 winners advance on to Omaha in the College World Series next week. All right, let's take a break. We're off and running on this Friday morning. Hey, glad you're with us, and we appreciate Alliance Bank Central Texas. Also, the Brazos Landing. We were there yesterday, had a great kind of a celebratory lunch, I'm going to call it, for Hoot Johnigan as he steps into retirement. And our group, easy choice to gather at the Brazos Landing. Got to visit with Claude and Becky Lindsay, and the food unbelievable, as we tell you about that $12 lunch menu. Always so good. Great menu. I did learn something from Becky yesterday, and I said, she told us this, and I said, oh, good, I'll mention that. She said kids eat free at the Brazos Landing, and I do need to clarify that. Is that any meal? Is that one day of the week? Is that lunch only? I'm not sure. So hold off on the kids eat free. Let me get the details on that, and don't plan on taking your 10 kids to dinner at the Brazos Landing with a purchase of an entree, an adult entree. But I'll get the details and pass that on to you. They also have great specials every day between 3 and 5. So if you're so inclined to have a late lunch or an early dinner, 3 to 5, some great deals at the Brazos Landing. You know where it is. It's where I-35 and the Brazos River meet, right across the river from Foster Pavilion, right across the interstate from McLean Stadium. That is the Brazos Landing. Back after this, John Morris Show will continue on a Friday. We'll be right back.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Welcome back on a Friday, John Morris Show. We are brought to you in part by Kish's Complete Car Care Center, 5300 Franklin Avenue. Great location. Told you earlier this week, I was there one day this week. Nail in back left tire and needed an oil change. No better place to go than Kish's. And, man, they got me in and out in about 30 minutes. So it was great. Check it out. You'll appreciate them. You can call, make an appointment. They'll be ready for you. Or you could just stop by, pull up under that covered canopy in the front entrance. Somebody will come out. How can we help you? And they'll take care of it. Check it out. That is Kish's Complete Car Care Center, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And a reminder again today, this evening, is the opening of the Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes presented by First National Bank of Central Texas. So it is tonight, 6 to 8. And then Saturday and Sunday, and then again next weekend, the 13th and the 14th, Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. But tonight, kind of a bonus 2 hours on a Friday evening to start touring the homes. You can see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens, outdoor living spaces, meet the builders, get some ideas, see some beautiful homes. Check it out, the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, and you can get your tickets online at wacohomeparade.com. wacohomeparade.com. Also, that'll give you the locations of all of these homes. More information, all the information really on that website, wacohomeparade.com. Jerry Lynn Jones was with us yesterday and gave us all the details. Should be a fun weekend touring those homes in the Parade of Homes this year. Also this weekend and gearing up for tomorrow or continuing tomorrow. It's not the start, but this is the big weekend for the Corporate Cup Challenge put on by the Greater Waco Sports Commission. They've had some events that have been contested already, but businesses competing in a variety of events and put on by the Waco Chamber and the Greater Waco Sports Commission. And this is really the big weekend. Tons of events around town. We, a group of us at Baylor, and Baylor has a team that's into it. But we are helping set up today out at MCC, set up for some of the events that'll be contested there. So a lot of fun. Mike Vogelaar was on with us earlier this week giving details about it. But this is the weekend for the really the climax and the most of the events, the Corporate Cup Challenge put on by the Greater Waco Sports Commission, wacosports.com, or is it wacosports.org? One of those gives you all the details on the Corporate Cup Challenge. All right, mentioned earlier, Russ Bookbinder going to join us. Russ is in the waiting room. We'll get him on set with us. Plenty to talk about with Russ, going back to his San Antonio days with the Spurs. How many championship rings does Russ have? We'll ask him. He'll join us when we come back. Russ Bookbinder on set, John Morris Show, brought to you by Alliance Bank, Central Texas. 7 convenient locations around Central Texas to serve you better. Also on the web, alliancebanktexas.com. Check them out. That is Alliance Bank, Central Texas. Take a break. Russ Bookbinder joins us when we come back.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Welcome back, John Morris Show on a Friday, and pleased to have join us in studio today, Mr. Russ Bookbinder. It is great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, John.
We've got a lot to talk about, you know? We cross paths sometimes at HEB, and we say, we're going to get together. We're going to get together. So, by golly, here we are.
Here we are.
And we'll just do it on the air. But thanks for making it work, coming in. I was talking about the Corporate Cup Challenge. You're very familiar with that, the way Waco runs that.
It's a great event. I came here 3 years ago from San Antonio. I was president of San Antonio Sports, which is the organization that created that in San Antonio 15 years ago.
How about that?
So talked to Mike Boglar about it, and they went down, and the board looked at it and said, we need to do that. And they've done an incredible job putting it together.
Yeah.
Started last year. This is year 2, and about 37 companies going to go head to head. About 10, 11 events today.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's tomorrow.
Yeah. And the title sponsor there is Ascension Providence.
Absolutely,
so we appreciate them. So did you help start the one in San Antonio?
No, when I got there, it had been going for about 3 years.
Okay.
But we grew it from about 40 companies to over 90.
Oh, wow.
8,000 people.
That's huge.
So it's a fun event. And it brings people from companies, different parts of an organization together as a team.
I can see that.
So it's fun.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we're going to give you credit for bringing it to Waco, and now it's here in
just
Waco.
Planted a seed.
Yeah.
The rest of the team made it grow.
Well, it bloomed, that's for sure. My first thought to talk to you was about the Spurs, and you've got a great background with the Spurs, and here they are with a young team, in the NBA Finals, and looking really good, aren't they?
Yeah, that's exciting, and they're fun to watch. I mean, Wemby's an attraction and a star, and he'll be there for many years, Lord willing.
Yeah.
But they're fun to watch. They're young. They don't know what they don't know yet.
Yeah, right.
And they're learning as they go. But they've got unbelievable talent, unbelievable organization, and coaching, philosophy, culture, and that's half the battle.
Yeah. Tell everybody your background with the Spurs, your time there.
Well, first came to Spurs in 1988. Red McCombs, who was the owner there, brought me. I was at Denver, and he owned the Nuggets for a year, and I worked with him there. So we had a knowledge of each other.
Right.
But when he took over full ownership, he asked me to come down and run the business side. And so I was executive VP of business ops for 20 years.
Wow.
And Red sold it. Peter Holt and a group of businesses bought it 10 years in, and that last 10 years was equally exciting as the first.
A lot of success. How many championships were you a part of with the Spurs?
Four.
Wow. Including the one in 99, which was Spurs and Knicks, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
It's I think one of the greatest feelings a city can have is winning that first championship.
Yeah.
And the way we won it in Madison Square Garden, in the front of the entire basketball world. That's the center of it. And doing that was quite a feather for San Antonio in their cap.
Wow. That was the first one? Was that the first one for the Spurs? Yeah.
In 2003, 2005, 2007, and then they went on 2014 for the
Wow. That's wild. I saw a headline in the San Antonio Express News. It said the race for Sace. Yeah. They're going for number 6 right now. Pretty cool.
The drive for 5.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Now the race for Sace, which is cool. What is it about the Spurs? I've said this several times. The city of San Antonio just loves the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, you can't go anywhere in town, and not see Spurs T-shirts or, banners or signs or something. What is that about the relationship between San Antonio and the Spurs?
Well, it starts with the fact that San Antonio is really the only major professional sports team in the market.
Yeah.
And they are it.
Mm-hmm.
So they get the center focus of everything, which helps. It's also a detriment financially when you're competing against large markets. But the development of a relationship with the people of San Antonio and the culture of San Antonio was two-way. We made a lot of effort, in the beginning before we were ever good, to get out and get involved in the community, work with our school districts, support charitable organizations, market the heck out of it, but did it the right way. And we had good people and players that we could bring out into the community.
Yeah.
So it's a love affair that is extended and will extend. The loyalty is there forever through good and bad. And the good's always much better.
Right. It's got to be a blueprint that other franchises must have come to you or come to San Antonio, come to the Spurs and said, how do you do this? How do you develop this, the city ownership with the team?
Well, I think it starts with the team itself and the type of people that you bring into the organization. Mm-hmm. So high character people, people that can relate to the community and know the responsibility they have back to that community. So it starts with the players buying in on that part of it. And our culture, our corporate culture has been great from, the 80s to now.
Yeah.
It's not changed.
Yeah.
You win with character people. You win with solid organizations that work together for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And that culture's been great.
So how do you develop that culture and then continue it even with coaching changes, with ownership changes? How does that culture stay in place?
Well, you look at Peter Holt, I think, when he took over as the owner, changed the culture of the organization.
Okay.
Not greatly. I mean,
Right.
It's still a great organization, but he brought a values-based leadership system into the organization. And Pop had so much influence
Right.
on the way he interacted with his team and the accountability factors. All of that was part of that development process for the organization, from the front office to the players on the court. That was the culture and continues to be. It's pretty simple. Is be a good teammate.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're accountable for
Right.
what you're supposed to do. That is.
It should be simple, but not everybody does it, or not everybody can do it, but the Spurs just do it so well.
Well, I think it really started when we brought David Robinson
Yeah.
into the franchise. The type of person he was and leader that he was and what he meant to the community rubbed off on everybody.
Yeah.
So, David was just a great ambassador for the franchise. and as a human being.
Right. And then just through the years, I mean, I think of Tim Duncan. I see shots of Pop watching, and Tim's right there talking to him. You can tell that relationship is genuine between those guys.
Very special.
Yeah.
Very special between the two of them. And to be able to have a David Robinson, then a Tim Duncan, and now a Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Very few organizations hit that many home runs in the lifetime of a franchise.
Yeah.
And the Spurs have been very fortunate
Right.
in that respect.
Right. What do you think of Wemby? You've seen David Robinson up close. Wembanyama, some people are saying already maybe the best big man in the history of the game.
I think the best of him is coming.
Yeah.
We've got to remember that he is young. This is his first time in the finals. What happens as you mature as a veteran in that league is your instincts become more defined, and you can react quicker. You've processed more situations
Sure.
that you're
Right.
going to be in, so your instincts are better, and you can make quicker decisions.
Yeah.
And know when to make that decision, when not to, based on experience.
Yeah.
Because you learn from your failures. Your successes make you go further.
That's good.
So I think he's he's probably one of the best players in the league. But his upside still, when he puts a little bit more body and bulk on and has the experience to instinctively react quicker, he's going to be incredible.
Are they maybe a year ahead of schedule, being so young, and to get past Oklahoma City like they did and be in the finals?
I don't know who sets those schedules.
Right.
But they have the players, that they have the talent. And when you have great coaching, and Mitch Johnson is a reflection of Pop and the culture that was created. When you have great coaching, you have great trust in the system. I think maturity, it just gives you longevity in doing that.
Yeah.
But they have all the talent. They have all the right processes and systems in place. So I don't know who sets the timeline for that. I think the organization meets the moment, and they're there. So I'm not surprised they're there. I think they'll continue to be dominant. Obviously, they're young.
Yep.
So,
do you, given your history with the Spurs, you pretty plugged in to watching them?
Tammy and I watch probably every game.
Sure, right.
And it's still part of us. We bleed silver and black. The great thing about retirement, moving to Waco, is I really don't have to stay up too late, and I don't have to worry about whether we won or lost, and what's going to happen the next day.
Yeah, right.
And
you can just enjoy
for everything that you do. So right now, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
and a big fan, and I love this team. They're really fun to watch.
That's great. Yeah, they really are. Well, thanks for sharing with us about that. One of the things you're doing now here in Waco, and it's great to have y'all in Waco. And I'm sure Coach Taff and Donnell, they love having you, here also. But one thing you're involved in now is the Grant Taft Foundation. Tell everybody about that and some of the things that foundation does.
When Tammy and I moved back to Waco, being retired, I have time.
Yeah.
So we talked about, as a family, starting a foundation that would continue the legacy of Grant beyond his years. And he was turning 90 at that time. So we started the foundation with his 90th birthday, created it, and the family put in funds. We put in funds. Many friends and donors have put in funds to establish it. And what the mission of the foundation is to really create recognition and incentives for high school teams around the state to do community service, to get involved in their communities, not sit on the sidelines. And it does a couple of things. It gives coaches something to talk about, why they're doing it. It also incents the team to say, well, there's something at the end of this, not only doing the service, but the recognition. And most coaches will tell you that the bonding of a team happens off the floor. And when you can do things together that are not about you or about a bigger purpose, that tends to build camaraderie within your players. So we took that, went to the Texas High School Coaches Association, the Texas High School ADs Association, Dave Campbell's Texas Sports, the Texas Sports Hall of Fame has been involved.
Right.
And what we did is started sending information out to all the high schools, worked an arrangement with the Texas Sports Hall of Fame that we would bring the most outstanding team to Waco for the induction. They would get a table and recognition, and Lane Pittman, Tammy's sister, produces a video about that team. They're recognized from the dais by Brad Sham, and get a nice plaque with Grant and Donnell and a $5,000 donation. So that's how it started 3 years ago. Since then, we had 27 teams apply in the first year. So we're in the third year. This year we had 105 teams from around the state send in their submissions. We picked one $5,000 winner and added $21,000 scholarships or grants to those teams.
Right.
So it's growing. And I give credit to the Texas High School Coaches Association and the ADs for just getting the word out to their coaches, because the word spreads. The recognition is, I think, more important than the financial benefit. When you can come and sit at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame induction amongst the greatest athletes
that's huge
in Texas and be part of it and be on the program. And their video is posted. There's a screen there by Grant's exhibit that we roll back to back all of the winners' videos from that night. So they stay. So it really extends coach's legacy way beyond our time, and it will go on hopefully forever.
That's terrific. That is great. How's Coach Taff and Donnell? How are
They're
they doing?
great. I mean, they're 90 and 92, living independently. Tracy, the oldest daughter, second oldest daughter, lives down the street. I live, and Tammy live about 7 minutes away. Lane's in Salado, so all of the daughters are close by. So we check in quite a bit and help as much as we can.
Good. How's Josh doing? Where's he now? Your son?
Josh is at UT Permian Basin. And he took a defensive coordinator job.
Nice.
He's been at Baylor. He's been at Tech, a year at TCU. He really felt that if he's going to be a DC at the D1 level, he's got to get experience. And you don't get a D1 defensive coordinator job without having that experience. So he said, you know what, I'm going to find a decent school, get the experience of being a defensive coordinator. And then use that to go where I want to go. So he's got a pretty good head on the shoulders. A good plan. He's a really good coach. He at Tech, Jacob Rodriguez, he helped develop Jacob. He was the inside linebackers coach there for 3 years.
Terrific.
Ben Roberts, who was a freshman at that time. So Josh helped develop those guys. They were his guys. And after they let go the defensive coordinator and all of that staff, those two linebackers stayed on the defense, and they bought 9 other players to surround them, which is why their defense got unbelievable.
So good.
It starts with players. Coaches can put in systems. If you don't have the talent to implement it, you're not going to be successful.
Well, tell everybody hello for us.
I sure will.
Tell Coach hello and Miss Taff and Tammy, and appreciate you sharing with us. This is great. I mean, you were plugged in to these topics, like the Spurs and the Greater Waco Sports Commission, like nobody in town. So thanks very much.
Well, thank you very much.
It's great to see you.
It,
glad we finally made it happen to visit.
Dinner next time.
Next time. Very good. That'll be next for us. Russ Bookbinder with us. Great to visit with him. Great history with the Spurs, the San Antonio Sports, and so many other things now, the Grant Taft Foundation. What is that website?
GrantTaft.org.
Okay, very good. GrantTaft.org. You can get all the information there and see what Russ is talking about. All right. Appreciate him greatly. Let's take a break. Back with more. We'll look ahead, wrap things up right after this.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatments, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, team.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Welcome back. Final segment, John Morris Show on this Friday. We are brought to you by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. Every day of the week. We're also brought to you by Lake Waco Golf Club, nestled along the north shore of Lake Waco. The Lake Waco Golf Club is one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course plus an executive 18-hole par 3 course. They have a bar and grill out there that is open to the public. Check that out. It's a Friday. Maybe a trip to Lake Waco Golf Club would be on your schedule. Check them out at lakewacogc.com. Com. That is the Lake Waco Golf Club. All right, birthdays. We like to mention birthdays. Here we go on June the 5th today. It is Ahmad Jenkins' birthday, former Baylor defensive back. Happy birthday to him. It is Royce O'Neal's birthday today. Royce Buckets O'Neal played basketball here at Baylor, was with the Phoenix Suns for a good length of time now. I think still with the Brooklyn Nets. So happy birthday to Royce O'Neal today. Todd Naif with the Waco Tribune-Herald. Happy birthday to Todd. It is Kim Singletary's birthday today, better half of one Mike Singletary. So happy birthday to Kim Singletary. It is Mr. Carter Pirtle's birthday. Carter is the dad of Colin Pirtle and Krista Pirtle, who've worked with us in Baylor athletics. Krista's on campus now, but Colin's still doing great things in athletic communications. So happy birthday, I'm going to say, to Mr. Carter Pirtle today. Oh, it's Claude Bruce's birthday today. Claude Bruce is a former Baylor football player, lives in Charleston, South Carolina. He is either the golf pro or has something to do with the country club there in Charleston, South Carolina. I think he has been the pro in years past. And when I see Claude Bruce's name, it always reminds me of a very cool run-in with Bill Murray in Charleston, South Carolina one year. Baylor was playing in the Charleston Classic, basketball classic, and it was a tournament that was like Thursday, Friday, off on Saturday, championship on Sunday. So we were up there Thursday and Friday for the games, and then came back to Waco for a football game. And then Sunday morning, going back to Charleston, South Carolina, which is a great city, by the way. In the airport, I pass Mandy Anderson, and she and her husband are headed back home, but pass them in the airport as I'm coming back to Charleston. And she says, Bill Murray was at the game. And I said, really? Bill Murray? She said, yeah, watch for him. He may be there today. And I said, all right, I'll watch for him. And that kind of, put the seed of thought in my head about that. So Pat and I are setting up, ready to do the game. And here comes this guy walking in with an old Fisher's, floppy hat on. And I say, Pat, look at that guy. Is that Bill Murray? And we looked close, and he said, I think it is. And so he comes and just kind of, a lot of people don't even notice him, but he sits down the row from us. And I said, I'm going to go see if we can get him on with us. He said, yeah, go. So I walked down, introduced myself to Bill Murray. And I say, hey, any way we could get you on at halftime with us? And he said, well, ESPN said maybe, but yeah, I'll come down. And so here we've got Bill Murray lined up for halftime of the game. It was Baylor and St. John's. Part of the reason he was there was Steve Lavin was the head coach at St. John's at that point. He had been at UCLA, and Bill Murray knew him from their time in Los Angeles. So I think that was the big reason that he was there at that game. Plus, found out he lives part-time in Charleston, South Carolina, kind of splits his time between the West Coast and Charleston. And so we get him on at halftime, and he drops the name of Claude Bruce, because Bill Murray played golf a lot there in Charleston. Claude Bruce was there at the Charleston Country Club. So, in fact, part of the interview was Bill Murray said, yeah, Claude Bruce told me not to talk to you guys, but I'm doing it anyway. So that's Claude Bruce. That's the connection there that helped us get an interview with Bill Murray one time at a basketball game in Charleston, South Carolina. As far as I know, Claude is still there in Charleston, and Bill Murray, who was part owner of a minor league baseball team in Charleston. I don't know if he still is, but he was, and a part-time resident of Charleston, South Carolina. All right, so there's our birthdays today and a little side story involving Claude Bruce and Bill Murray. We appreciate your being with us today. Thanks to Russ Bookbinder, who was in telling us great stories about his 20 years with Spurs Sports and Entertainment. And you better believe he is plugged into this Spurs NBA Finals Series against the Knicks. Game 2 comes up tonight. World Series is over for softball, baseball, back center stage, college baseball, super regionals. Good luck to the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Kansas Jayhawks, who'll be involved in Supers this weekend representing the Big 12. Hey, have a great weekend. Remember the Waco Corporate Cup Challenge presented by Ascension Providence. It is this weekend. You'll see a lot of activities around the area related to that. Thank you to Garrett. Thank you to Brandon behind the scenes. Thank you for tuning in. Lord willing, we'll talk on Monday. John Morris Show from the Rogue Media Network. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Spring is sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.